Hey guys, so I was invited to come out and speak at the US Business Show on increasing speed to lead with the power of AI. So this means using AI to call prospects the moment they fill out a form on your website so that you can increase average conversion rate. There's actually tons of studies that have been done on this, and the most recent one says that you can increase conversion rate by up to 800% by calling someone in the first 5 minutes of them filling out a form. Now AI can do this on your behalf, and in this video I show you how to do that, or I walk you through how easy it is to build this voice bot. I build one live in about 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, and I still have time for Q&A at the very end of my presentation. So I'm excited for you to check it out. Today, in the next 25 minutes, is to build an AI bot that calls someone within 60 seconds of them filling out a form on your website. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's kind of funny. I'm just going to give some context and framing. I built it, so I had it ready like 2 weeks ago. It was working. It broke this morning. I rebuilt it this morning. It broke while I was sitting back there testing it. I don't know why things are breaking on me. Like, I got locked out of my software yesterday. I don't know what's going on. All of these softwares, I start off with this by saying all of these softwares that enable AI voice calling are so new. They are all incredibly new. They are all incredibly nuanced. I've tested all of them. The softwares that I'm going to be using for this presentation in particular are the ones that I found to be the most stable. Obviously, they still broke on me this morning, so they're not as good as they are going to be in the next 6 months to even a year. But we're still going to be able to build it. So it's still going to be awesome. So let's get into it. Alright, so increasing speed to lead with AI, how to unlock a 391% increase in sales. So, like I said, calling customers within 60 seconds of opt-in on your website creates a 391% increase in sales based on a Harvard review. This is on average, right? Your number could be higher, your number could be lower. And I don't know, this study was based on humans giving you a call. I'm not sure how people will feel about AI giving you a call. If they even know it's AI, it's going to get to the point where they have no idea. They fill in the form, they immediately get the call. So you can hire someone to do it, or we can train an AI to do it. So we're going to build one now. And I'm going to be pretty much starting from scratch here, but this is our flow. Client fills in form, AI immediately calls them, the AI gathers information and attempts to book a call or qualify the individual, right? You can program your AI to do pretty much whatever you want, but I would say these are kind of the 3 things you're going to have them do. You're going to have them qualify the prospect, and then if they're qualified, you're going to have them book a call with you. So I have a form here that I built using a software called SmartSuite. And again, I built this morning. It took me about 10 minutes to throw this form together. We're going to use Zapier as the glue. So when the form is submitted, we're going to use this Zap to trigger our phone call. And then the software we're going to use to perform the call for us is called SynthFlow. Now there are, like I said, there's dozens of these voice bot softwares. I have tested all of them. I even tested some this morning just to be sure that, hey, I'm working with the right one. And the other 2 that I tried, I couldn't even log into the other 2. They wouldn't even let me log in. That's how bad they were broken this morning. So I don't know what it is about today. I feel like everything is out to crush this presentation, but we're still gonna make it happen. All right? Yeah, all right. We're already 6 minutes in. So SynthFlow is the software I found that is the most effective and the easiest to use and the most flexible, which is why I've decided to use this one. And so we're going to build an assistant together from scratch that we will then have our Zap trigger. And at the end, if you guys would like to have the AI bot give you a call, you'll be able to scan this QR code, fill out the form that I created, and have the AI bot call you so you can experience it yourself. You can see, actually hear it talk with you, ask it questions, do all that awesome stuff, right? Okay, so we are going to start from scratch, guys. Again, I wasn't planning on this, but here we go. All right, this is going to be awesome. This is going to handle our outbound calls. So we're going to automate calls within the workflow using Zapier. So this is what we're going to create. All right, first things first, we're going to configure. I'm pretty much okay with all of these configuration settings, just the defaults. I'm not going to dive into this, but you can choose the model, you can choose the patience level, you can have a custom greeting if you want. I think hey there is totally fine. There's a mismatch between the assistant's language settings and the voice language. Okay, it's saying we have an error. Again, all of these softwares are incredibly new. For this particular piece of software, I recorded a video training people how to use it, and then the very next day they updated their entire UI. So they're evolving incredibly quickly, which is why it's useful to have someone like me who goes and figures it out for you, so you don't have to figure it out every time it changes, right? So we're gonna choose Alice, who is calm and composed. That's how I would like to feel right now. Calm and composed. Perfect, we do want English. We're gonna call, what shall we call our assistant, friends? Jane? Jane? All right, Jane. That's our assistant name. So we're gonna record things, perfect. Now we're gonna hop over to the prompt, and this is where all the action takes place. So they've already got a prompt in here. I already have one that I want to use. So I'm just going to copy all of this. Don't mind me trying to use one hand right now. Okay, so I just copied in a prompt, and this prompt has 5 steps. 1, it's going to do greet and introduce. It's going to ask the caller what the problem is. It's the basic prompt that you would do with ChatGPT, right? So if you were to build an AI bot that someone was texting, like sending messages back and forth, you're going to do pretty much the same thing here. And this is the flow that the AI chatbot is going to guide the person on the phone through. So you can have it branch if you would like it to branch. You can do, whatever you can describe in English, the AI chatbot can do. And then your goal will be to test it, iterate on it, make sure it's working how you want it to work. So I'm okay with just this prompt. I feel like it works. I'm going to change the name to Jane instead of Joy. So we are Jane now. Okay, we can also add a knowledge base. I'm not going to add that today, but knowledge base is effectively what does your bot know about your business and what information can it query. So frequently asked questions. You can even feed your website as knowledge. So if you have a mission statement on your website, you can just have it pull that information in and use that information in its responses. So that's our prompt. This is like how it's going to act. Now, the biggest place that we're gonna probably spend some time in is this actions area. And specifically, I'd like this bot to be able to book calls for me in real time. And so that's what we're gonna set up. We're gonna click on add, and I already have a calendar set up. This is through cal.com. You can also set it up through Go High Level. You can set it up through Calendly. I think they're also looking at adding that in. So I already have my cal.com link set up here, so I'm just gonna click on that. And it's going to add that. So now it knows that it can accept information and book appointments on my calendar for me on the call. And we can customize this to change what we want. So it's effectively like over a call, there's lots of different pieces of information you need to organize. But you can set it up so that it can pitch at a certain number of days, right? So you can change the number of days to offer dates on. You can change the number of appointment slots per day. So if you wanted to only pitch 1 appointment slot or 2 or 5, right, you get to choose that here. You can choose the interval between slots, so you can customize this to be whatever you need. So you can pass in variables. So if you want this bot to have context, so let's say in your form you have different questions that they answer and you want the bot to have context on those answers, you can pass those in here. So I have a core problem variable that will be included in the prompt in this location. So you can pass context in. And then the next thing, that's just looking through these actions, you can have this AI bot transfer a call for you. You can also have it extract information. And this one is incredibly valuable. So essentially throughout the conversation, it's going to record everything. And then once the call is over, you can have it extract different pieces of information that are valuable to you. So qualifications, how many people they say visit their website, how many customers they currently have, what's their monthly recurring revenue right now, because you might want to only work with customers that have a specific criteria. You can extract that information and feed that into your CRM so that you can know if this is a hot prospect or someone that you don't, like you might want to pursue them, but maybe not as hard as someone who's making millions of dollars who really needs you, right? So you can extract all the information here. I won't dive into that, but I will, well, I do want it to just book calls for me. So ideally, if we've done everything correctly, it should work for us and not break. So I'm gonna have it call Sterling Long. I'm gonna have it call me. I'm gonna fill in my phone number. All of you guys taking pictures, it's my phone number, alright? Alright, we're gonna have it give me a call. So this is our test, right? So I'm getting a phone call. I click that button. Maybe 5 seconds later I got the call. And we'll see if we can hear it. I'm not sure. Speaker. Hey, is this Jane?
Yes, it is. I'm Jane, your friendly personal assistant from Discover No Code. How can I help you today? Are you looking for custom solutions or maybe some AI magic to boost your processes?
Oh yeah, I think I'm really looking for some AI magic to boost my processes. What can you help me with?
Great choice. We can help you automate and personalize your business processes using AI, making them more efficient and scalable. Are you the decision maker in your company? If so, we could set up a call with Sterling to dive deeper into how we can assist you.
Yeah, I'm the decision maker, yeah. Can you guys hear it?
Awesome. I didn't catch that. Could you repeat what you just said?
Oh, sorry, I'm standing in front of a crowd of people and they're all listening to you talk. How does that make you feel?
Oh, wow, that's exciting. I'm thrilled to have an audience. I hope everyone's having a great day. Should we go ahead and book that call with Sterling?
I would love to book a call with myself, yeah.
Perfect. Let's get that set up. How does Monday, October 14th at either 11:30 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. sound for you?
Yeah, Monday, October 14th. Yep, let's do the first one.
Please wait a moment while I book your meeting. You're all set. I've booked your appointment with Sterling for Monday, October 14th at 11:30 a.m. If you need to reschedule, just use the link in your email. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that was perfect. Thank you so much, Jane. We built a bot. Let's go. Now we gotta link it to our form, right? So this is pretty easy. I mean, I've already got the form set up, but you can build a form using lots of different softwares. And then Zapier is kind of the go-to for building out your glue between those different softwares. So I chose to use SmartSuite. I put this form together in about 10 minutes this morning when everything broke. And we're going to use Zapier to trigger when the form is filled out and then trigger the call. So let's update this Zap to actually trigger the call for us so that you guys can scan it and fill out this form and you can have Jane give you a call. So the first thing we need is this model ID up at the top here. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm already logged into everything because I don't want to give you guys my API keys. So we're just going to paste this model ID here. And I've already filled in the phone number, the full name. I've got the core problem. I'm still working out the kinks on how to pass in like a massive field, a massive piece of information into that core problem. It seems like it causes some issues if we do, but we can give it a test. So like if I add, so in my form, I have a what problem are you facing? So let's add that in here and see if that works as intended. And if it doesn't, then I'll replace it with things. Again, these softwares are still very new. And I myself am still learning how to work with them as effectively and efficiently as possible. So this configure should be set up. And we're going to test this step again. And ideally, I should get another call Oh, I need to attach a phone number to my assistant to make phone calls. So let's head on back to our assistant. And I feel like I had done that. Maybe in the configure tab, we need to choose a phone number. I thought I had done that. It's got a number right here. Oh, that's my number. Oh. See, guys, again, they keep updating these things on me. There it is. Select our phone number. Phone number attached. And now we can retest. So I immediately got that phone call. I'm not going to answer it and go through that whole process again. But now we know that our Zap is working. And so the last thing to do is to fill this in. I guess before we do that, we want to deploy this. Publish. And now that we're published, now I can fill this in. Do that one. I am facing problems with building software to get leads with AI. Boom. And if we built everything correctly, I should get a phone call from our good friend Jane in the next 60 seconds. And there it is. We have successfully built an AI chatbot in 20 minutes that can call our prospects the moment they fill out a form on our website, qualify them, and book a call with us on our calendar. So that's everything that I wanted to show you guys today, the 3 softwares to do it. And again, going back to this original idea of like, okay, why are we doing this? Because you can increase average sales in your company by 391% by calling your prospects within 60 seconds of them filling out a form on your website. It has never been easier to do that. You can have the AI call them for you immediately by setting up these very simple automations. So thank you so much, guys, for joining today. I am super grateful that you are here. I always like to end by saying your time and your attention are your 2 most valuable assets, and you gave them to me for the past 20-ish minutes. So thank you so very much for being here, learning with me, going through that with me because everything broke. And we fixed it still. So hopefully that shows you what's possible in just a couple of minutes of your time to, I mean, you can boost sales by quite a bit just by implementing this in your business. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, I'm here. What are the costs associated with this? Great question. So SynthFlow, the software, so everything is free. Everything was free except for SynthFlow. SynthFlow, I think, is $29 per month. And then for that gives you 50 minutes of call time. And then after that, I think it's 14 cents per minute. So definitely worth the cost if you're, I mean, depending on how many sales you're making because of your AI assistant, right? That's $29 per month fee. Pretty negligible for how much you could potentially make from it, the opportunity cost. Yeah, any other questions, comments, violent reactions? Yeah. Okay, so the question is, does it use your phone number or does it use a different phone number? Right, okay, so it doesn't use your phone number. You're actually going to purchase a phone number through Twilio. And there are lots of different processes you can go through to make it not show up as a spam call. So you can register your phone number as a legitimate business. I'd also say if people are filling out the form and then they immediately receive the call and they can see that it's from that legitimate business, it's like they can link the action that they just took with the phone call they're receiving. So your spam risk is less because you're not doing, I'll call it, like, you're not just calling willy-nilly, right? And so you can decrease being classified as spam through both registering your phone number and by only calling people who fill out a form on your website. Great question. Yeah, and I'll reiterate, it doesn't use your phone number. You can have it set up to transfer the phone call to your phone number if you want to, but it won't be using your number. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. It can use different languages. So if we just go back to this guy, we take a look at our assistants, we go to configure, you can change the language to any of these. Dutch, Italian, German, French, right? I'm not sure if it can dynamically switch between them, so you would have to create a different assistant per language that you would like it to speak. Yeah. Awesome, thank you so much. Any other questions? Would you guys, if you want to receive a call from Jane, you can scan this QR code and fill out the form I created, and hopefully get a call in less than 15 seconds. And then if you want to actually book a call with me, you can use Jane to book a call with me. It does work. So, any other questions? Yeah. Yeah. So you don't need to use my specific platforms. I would recommend using SynthFlow. It's just the best one I found. But for the form builder and the glue, you can use whatever you would like. So I use SmartSuite to build my form. I used Zapier to trigger. But you could use something like Go High Level for the form, and then use something like Make to trigger, or even Go High Level can actually trigger it on your behalf as well. They have an automation builder in their system. So you have those first two pieces. Well, actually, each of these three steps, there are multiple softwares for each of them, and it will kind of depend on what you're already using in your business. Whatever tools you're currently using are the ones I would recommend just sticking with those. Twilio? Yes. I don't know what that fee is. I know there's some fee associated with having a phone number that is ascribed to you. But it's less than $10 a month, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. I'm super grateful. Thank you. I feel like we had a full crowd. This is awesome. Yeah.